dividing multiples of 10. In our multiplication unit, we talked a lot about multiplying multiples of 10. So I'm going to actually use that as a starting point so I can give you an example of why dividing multiple tens is different than multiplying them, but they do go hand in hand. So for example, let's take 30 times 40. When we did this before, we pulled out the digits that were not zeros and we multiplied them. So 3 times 4 is 12. And then we counted the zeros we had in order to hold the place value for each one. So we have 1 and 2 zeros to give us 2 zeros in our answer. So 30 times 40 was 1,200. Now let's look at this a little differently. What if I had 12,000 divided by 40? Looking at it that way, it kind of works the same way. For example, I'm going to pull out the numbers that are not zeros. Instead of multiplying, I'm going to divide. Therefore, 12 divided by 4 is 3. And when dividing, you actually have to cancel out the zeros, opposite from when you multiply. So if I have 1 0 here, I cancel another one out here, leaving me with one more 0 to put in my answer, which is my quotient when dividing. So as you can see, 30 times 40 is 1,200. 1,200 divided by 40 equals 30. Let's look at another example. In this example here, we have 20,000 divided by 40. I'm going to underline the digit that is not a 0 in both numbers. And I'm going to ask myself, can 4 go into 2 evenly? And the answer is no. 4 can't go into 2 evenly. 4 is bigger than 2, so it wouldn't work. So I have to then grab a buddy, grab a 0 to use with it. So I'm going to grab just 1 0, and then I'm going to ask myself, can 4 go into 20? And the answer is yes. It goes in 5 times. So then I'm left with taking a 0 from one, then taking 1 from the other. So it's called canceling out the zeros. So 1 here, 1 here. I don't have any more to take from here, so I'm simply left with 2 zeros. 1, 2. Some kids will say, wait, we have 3 zeros here. But because I borrowed that 0 to make 20, I can't use it again later. It is part of that number that we use to divide to get 5. So it can't be used again. And that's why I made sure that I extended my line to extend under that 0 as well. The next problem, I would actually like you to try on your own. 36,000 divided by 600. So go ahead and pause the video, try it on your own, and then you can resume the video and we can check your work. So go ahead and pause. Okay, we're back. So we are going to underline the digits that are not zeros, and that would be 36 and 6. I'm going to ask myself, can 6 go into 36? And the answer is yes. It goes in 6 times. I'm then going to cancel out 1 0 here. And because I canceled that one out, I have to cancel 1 here, and then 1 here, and 1 over here as well. Notice I canceled 2 here and 2 here as well, leaving me with 1 0 left to give me an answer of 60. Awesome job. I hope that you were able to do that correctly. We will do one more practice question. Here's our next problem. Go ahead and pause the video and try it for yourself. Then when you are done, you can resume and check your work. All right, here we go. So I'm going to underline the digits that are not zeros. I'm going to ask myself if 5 can go into 1. A lot of times kids will make the mistake and they will say, yes, it goes in 5 times. But actually it does not. You cannot take 5 and divide 1 5 times. So you need to grab a 0 and then ask yourself if 5 can go into 10. And then the answer would be yes, it can go in 2 times. And then I can start my canceling out process. Cancel 1 here, cancel 1 here, cancel 1 here, cancel 1 here. How many zeros am I left with? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 to give me 2,000. Be very careful, just like before, not to grab that 0 to cancel. It has already been used, so it cannot be used in the canceling portion. So, just like that, we are dividing multiples of 10. I hope that you are doing a good job with it. You can go back and watch the video again if you have questions, and good luck with your assignment.